So looking at the leaderboard now, we have Lucas Fenton sitting at number 1, Shane Pillay at number 2, Nico Erasmus at number 3, and Silva Matonzi at number 4, Aaron Donahue at number 5, Takalani Mareda at number 6, and Alvin Naidu number 7, with Nithai Chetty at number 8. Lucas with 13 points and Nithai with just 2 points. So a lot of work for him to be doing. Let's listen to what Prince has to say, with, or I should say Nithai has to say, with Prince standing by.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final matchup for tonight's SPL Gauteng Premier Division, and up here with me, it's none other but Nithai Chetty. Nithai, who put up some spectacular performances, and he's one of the youngest players in this SPL here. Nithai, good performances last week, but did not manage to cross, that finishing line. What can we look forward to tonight?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, got to know the table much better in the last week. So yeah, feeling much more confident today.
All right. Are you looking at improving maybe on your break and finish ratio, which could be one of the perfect recipes, of doing well in SPL matches?
Yes, definitely. I've been working on my break. I've actually changed it completely now, looking at the first ball break. Yeah, it's just all about getting the white ball hit right on that pack. So yeah.
Your message to your fans?
Yeah, just keep supporting me, and yeah, the SPL it's something else, and just keep supporting, guys.
We've heard it from Nithai, whom we wish the very best in tonight's encounter. And with that being said, we're now going to get ready to be able to speak to you. Thank you, Nithai, and we hope you have a spectacular performance. Joining me next year, it's none other but Takalani, Nikki, Bavenda, Mareda. Good evening, sir. And after last week's performances, all eyes are on you. You played almost the same time last week, so this seems to be a favorable time frame for you, Taki.
Just 1 hour earlier last week, and evening to everyone. We'll just see what happens today, all in the name of enjoying the game.
Yes. The time put in, to polish up the performances, have you really gone back to the drawing board and added more time to your practice routine?
Time is always an enemy of everyone, but with all that, we do try to put some more time to at least get to an upper level from previous games.
What can we expect from you tonight?
The magic of the unknown.
You've heard it from the man, Takalani, saying the magic of the unknown. Thank you, Taki, and we'll get to chat to you a little bit later. Best of luck for the match.
Thank you.
All right, and now back to commentary to resume our final match of the evening.
Going to be a spectacular match to watch. Nithai has lots to prove in this game. Has lots of accolades, whereas Takalani doesn't have too many, but such a spectacular player to watch. Takalani Mareda played, or currently 6. He's ranked number 6. Nithai ranked number 8. Matches played, both of them one match, with the second match on the go. Frames won, Takalani won 6 and Nithai won 2. And the win rate in terms of frames, Takalani sitting on 60% with Nithai on 25%. None of them would break in finishes, so I'm sure they're going to be wanting to do that in the session.
All right, we are edging to that point where the players are just about to be legging for the opening frame. So they are going down for that key leg. There we see a very, very tight leg. That was Clivey.
Yeah, it was a tie leg, wasn't it?
Yeah, one could say that was a tie leg. And yes, those that are watching us here, we've got one of the players that played out earlier on tonight in the form of Aaron. He might not have had the best of evenings here, but I'm surely he can be able to make amends, because Aaron will be joining Clive here for commentary during this first session. Up steps in Aaron Donoghue to join in Clive for this opening frame of this last session for the evening. Over to Aaron Donoghue.
Nice to have one of the greats sitting next to me. Aaron, welcome to it.
Thank you, thank you. I've been looking forward to this match. Both very attacking players. So I'm interested to see it. It's going to come down to who's going to make the most mistakes. But I'm excited to see who takes control of this match and how it goes.
And you know the story, you're a player. So getting an early start is really what both players will aspire for.
Yeah, I had that issue in my match. It's always important just to get off to a couple of frames. The first 2 frames are going to be the most important. Nobody wants to lose those first 2. And everybody will want to keep their breaks going so they can keep trying to get some apples.
Yeah, Takalani Mareda from Venda, Limpopo. His favorite player is Chris Melling. Last week he beat Shane 6 games to 4, and he's also the first golden break of SPL. He's managed to achieve the first golden break at SPL.
Yeah, there might be not a lot of accolades on Takalani's name, but I can promise you he's a very, very good and consistent player. He'll sometimes surprise players with a good finish out of nothing. So I'm really interested to see how he does here tonight.
Nithai is, just by the way, Nithai is not my brother. He's Chetty as well.
He also has the same favourite player as me. Well, Ty's got Ronnie O'Sullivan as his favourite player and Liam Dunstan for pool. I've also got an affinity for Liam Dunstan's game. He's a very, very good player and also a very cautious player, which doesn't match Ty's style of play. But Ty is also an excellent player, so it'll be interesting to see how he handles the pressure of this first frame.
Yeah, last week he spoke about the cloth and slipping quite a bit. It seems like he's definitely got something to prove with this game.
The rules being played here today is Blackball rules. There is a few changes to the rules just to make the game more exciting, winners break, but it is standard Blackball rules.
Great shot there by Nithai, looking to take the frame by a one game lead.
I don't know if this is an apple.
Now you got me, Aaron. I'm trying to think who broke.
Ty did break, he won the lag.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Not.
Mm-mm.
Very, very good shot.
Prince
A bit
confused
fortunate.
us.
A bit fortunate, but it's still a very, very good finish.
Brilliant start to the last matchup of today's session. So just with regards to the rules, Blackball rules apply. Lag to determine who breaks first. Winner breaks format. It's a 45-second limit per shot. one extension per player. As you can see, Thai positioned well and great finish.
Yeah, what a spectacular landing. Thank you, Aaron, for being able to join us here on commentary for that opening frame. I'm sure that is the burden on him from going down in that match here today. So, you are going to have a series of weeks where a couple of players are off the boil, It's a merry-go-round kind of thing. Any league will always produce that, Clivey.
Absolutely, there's always going to be upsets. And every week is a new week, and that's what the players should look at it as.
Yes, and
Nithai is gonna
wanting to know if it's Supreme rules. No, it is Blackball rules, but rather, with the feel of Supreme in that, winner breaks all the time.
So
Takalani.
SPL has made it creative enough to incentivize the players for lots of spectacular watching as well for the viewers.
Takalani went up last week, Clivey, and it's a different type of feel for him to be studying, a point down in a match. So I wonder what it's going to do to his confidence tonight.
Definitely a player that can't be underestimated. Last week beat the likes of Shane Pillay, who is a very established player. And like Aaron was saying, that the accolades doesn't define him as a player. The fact that he doesn't have his colors, etc. He's actually a brilliant player.
Yes. So people will want to know who actually Takalani Mareda is. Can you give us a lowdown on him, Clivey?
Born in Venda, Limpopo. Also his favorite Cuesports player is Chris Melling. Beat Shane last week 6-4. Great shot there by Nithai. Looks very determined today, that's for sure.
Yes. His body language, it's that says Nithai is back on fine fettle.
The Maverick, also his mentor, the late Maverick.
So tonight could be a pace-setting night for a player like Takalani if he happens to win this encounter, judging by how close he managed to edge his last match against Shane Pillay that went all the way to the wire. Remember that last week when Shane and Takalani played, it came down to the very last ball where a ball was moving after Shane potted a ball, and that changed everything.
With last couple seconds on the clock. Llewellyn, the referee, Llewellyn Sedgwick, called it, did a spectacular job. Today, Petunia is doing an amazing job as the ref.
Yes.
There hasn't been too many questioning plays, has there? Today has been
free-flowing matches we've had tonight, incident-free, I must also say, which is something that we'd like to see happening in the league throughout, Hosts get to see a lot of incident-free matches with the guys being true professionals. Takalani looking to redeem himself by taking the next frame, which still is not easy, but he's opened up everything. He's that kind of player, that plays in stages, He can always start like, a house on fire. Sometimes he can start, looking to be able to see what the opponent brings in before he actually goes a gear higher.
This is the Supa Pro League Premier Division, powered by the Sombhani group of companies. Some of the other sponsors, Nukes Creative. We also got the Dive Club. Also Billiards Café as a sponsor, as well as Rogues on Radio. Cuesports Africa Media as well.
Yeah, he overran slightly, but I'm sure it can still go into the corner pocket, into the center pocket. That was not his ideal landing, Clivey, but
In Durban, we would call that shot, it labored and went in.
Yeah.
Just went in. Did lots of work.
Not happy with himself on how he went about that finish. He could have wanted to have an easier pattern of play.
Yeah, from what I've witnessed last week and this week, Takalani is not one that gets flustered in a hurry. He's always got a serious face, except when he won that or got that golden break last week, and then he had the biggest smile on his face.
Yes, Ndugi Selo Matebula, any league in any country will set up its own rules to make the show to be exciting for the viewers. So when you are a promoter and you're setting up a tournament, you can always decide how best you want to make it. So we do have the golden break in our set of rules for the SPL in order to make it exciting. Yeah.
Just some of the accolades for Nithai. Born and bred in KZN. He's got the SA Colors Under 23 Champions, number 1C 2021. Also Under 23 Team Event Champions, Gold Medal 2021. Under 23 Singles Champions, finalists, he lost. And Gauteng and KZN Provincial Colors, Men's Open and Under 23 2019 and 2025. Favorite player? Ronnie O'Sullivan for snooker and Liam Dunster for pool. Last week he had
Where is the
quite a
wine?
loss. 6-2.
He needs a shot, Clivey, that gets him onto the two reds on the other side. So he might just need to play a little bit of right hand side to break off that yellow there. He's done
Brilliant.
exactly that. He's created an easier pattern for himself for a finish there.
I think this is going to be a bit of a nail biter, Prince,
Yeah.
for the last match of today's.
Yes, he's
Big
moving
showing.
the white ball very well. That is Takalani.
And that's a finish by Takalani Mareda, which puts him in the lead now. 2-1 against Nithai. Nithai is going to have to pick up his game. He's
All to play for
definitely-
you.
Absolutely.
All to play for you. This is the Supa Pro League coming to you live from Billiard Café, the cathedral of pool in GP.
That being said, if you want to be part of the Supa Pro League or you want your club to be part of the Supa Pro League, then get in touch with the management. What a great finish Takalani had, as you've just seen.
And he's breaking. Remember that this is a winner breaks format. So there's an opportunity to can pot and sing the black on the break. That gives you golden break.
At least once in the 8 sessions, you should want to have a golden break. Nico earlier said to me he is not exactly going for it. It will just be a matter of luck.
Yes.
Plays the ball on the top and not the side. So there's not much movement for the black ball.
Positioning is of vital importance here, as evidenced by Takalani, making sure that he cannot afford.
Commentators curse. That's you, Prince. That's
Yes,
not
he-
Takalani.
He overplayed the shot, to try and set up for. He is snookered here at this juncture. Can he come into the center pocket? And he managed
He
to
recovered.
to get a recovery. There we see Takalani with that face, showing that not happy
emotion.
with himself,
Not much emotion.
Yes, so now Taki all of a sudden, and Nithai has got control of this frame, He was out of it just a few seconds earlier, and now he's back in the reckoning.
Great shot there by Nithai. What do you think the roadmap will be here, Prince?
This is what they call, the triangle of ball selection. So this is where you really need to get it right. Ball selection 101. Yeah. Let's get to see how it goes, because he needs to drop into the corner here. Maverick Jr., so he's called. He's a player that is very exciting to watch, especially when his confidence level are high.
Yeah, I've seen him play other challenges. And he's definitely one to grow in the sport and take it to new heights. Also the youngest player in the Supa Pro League, Premier Division.
Yes, he's got a chance to can clear this. He just need to be able to keep his adrenaline controlled, no?
Yeah, he would want to win this frame so that he can at least even it out. Takes off the pressure.
Yes. What a landing here by the Maverick Jr. There we see him landing for that important last ball, and he buried it with aplomb.
Brilliant, confident finish, which takes the pressure off him now with 2-all.
There is the leaderboard, as things stand. We've got Lucas Fenta, up there, Shane Pillay, Nico Erasmus and Sobo, Aaron Donahue, Takalani Mareda, Alvin Naidu, and Nithai Chetty. There is a leaderboard at this point in time, guys.
The difference in points is 9 from the top scorer to the bottom scorer. 9 points.
There we see a brilliant break by Nithai there. Smashed it well. He spoke about this earlier on, that he wants to be relentless when it comes to the break.
Yeah, especially because it's an advantage as well for winner breaks. So it's something that players definitely have to spend lots of time in making sure that they practicing their breaks as well.
Yes. It's there for the taking. The big question is he going to go red or yellow? He's opted to go for yellow. Very nice and enticing, the yellow balls. I wonder as to whether the two yellow balls next to the red in the board, whether is it giving you a nice set? Wow. He wanted to land on the ball to ball there. That could have set him up easy, but now he needs to get into plan B, Clivey.
Yeah, absolutely not the easiest of finishes. What a great
Has
shot.
he got landing after potting there? That is a big question. He doesn't seem to be in good fettle because he cannot see a potting shot at this point in time. There we see the Maverick Junior.
He's down to 10 seconds. It's not often that you see Nithai takes this much time to play a shot, but obviously it's not the easiest of
Yo,
shots.
he just happened to miss it. There we see an opportunity here for Takalani to wanna get a lead again. You know, it's even Stevens at this point in time at 2-all. Clivey, give us just some of the lowdowns of how people can follow the SPL through the social media.
Yeah, you can visit the SPL website, www.supaproleague.com, super spelled SUPA. You can also register to subscribe to the Supa Pro League newsletter. That's on our website.
Now look at this. There's an opportunity opening up for Nithai to be able to can play the one yellow onto the other yellow there. But the key here is how does he then land for his next spot? There we see Nithai. Is he going to be able to see that last yellow? It looks like he will be able to see it. However,
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to necessarily drop it unless he plays maybe a back shot, I'm not sure.
yes, there we see Nithai, Chetty. The referee has done a splendid job tonight, you know, keeping track of, oh, that could have been a good shot there. Now, Takalani, this frame or this match seems to be one that indicates going down to the wire, Clivey.
Looks like both players are definitely fighting hard. Ty did play a safe shot in his previous shot, which offered him an opportunity back at the table. You can't give Takalani too many chances or opportunities.
But it seems to be a little bit off the boil with his potting tonight. There we see the concerned looking Takalani thinking to himself, what can I do to be able to clear frames tonight? Because he's an attacking player. And that yellow has got the potential to give Takalani an edge in this particular frame here. and he went for the snooker.
I think what's interesting is that we haven't watched too many of the snookers with these pro players. So when you do see it executed nicely, it's actually quite lovely.
There we see the referee, Petronia Liban, going to examine as to whether potential to... Yes, this is the lady that has gotten a refereeing accreditation, and she'll be featuring in some of the nationals as well, so she comes highly rated and good one for the future.
Yeah,
She's
definitely.
from the Fire Meadowlands with love. So what happens with the refereeing, it's first you acquire an opportunity to be able to ref at the nationals, and then after refereeing a few nationals, you then get to be graded where you can be able to become a pro tier ref and then accompany one of the national sides to the World Champs or the All Africa or so forth climbing.
Brilliant.
So you got
It's not an easy job.
opportunities. If you're not striking it as a player, you can always do it as a ref. Yeah.
I'm a better player.
Yeah. It depends on the type of matches that you get to be able to ref, you know.
I've lost my assertive side, Prince. I'm
There
calmer
we
now.
see a finish in prospect. Yeah. Is he gonna go follow through there or screw back?
Great shot there by
He will
Takalani.
have to play a little bit of bottoms to be able to take the black into the same pocket.
Great shot. Good control.
Yes, very good control. Yes, he's confident when the finish is on. That is Takalani.
Spectacular finish. Takalani looks like he means business.
We've got Richard Katima also watching on the stream. Look at the lights, and so it's 3-2. The scoreline is there's been no break and finishes up to this point. No golden breaks, Clivey.
Takalani's got the lead, 3-2.
Oh,
And
almost
it
a
was-
golden break. Almost, yeah. It would be exciting to see, you know, the replay of that break there. There we see. Look at the cushion
Very-
depriving him of a golden break.
But he could still have a break and finish.
If you can see the front yellow, that is a key one. Yes, landed well. He can now be able to clear the bottom side and then be able to try and finish what's available of this frame here. Cold front to hit GP this weekend, Clivey.
Yeah, Prince, I'm not looking forward to that, that's for sure.
I like the speed at which they apply themselves onto the table now. Yeah,
Unfortunately, the break and finish has not worked out for him.
Yes, Taki not happy with himself. He's a guy that likes to go for game, and
Oh, you see a smile on his face.
it's eluding him. It's eluding him tonight. The finishes is kind of like he left his finishing prowess at home this evening.
What's your superpower, Prince?
I think the ability to be able to withstand severe weather conditions, that's my superpower. Oh, what a shot
Great
there
shot
was.
there by Nithai. 20 minutes on the clock. Definitely a nail biter. I don't think Nithai is going to give anything up. Definitely determined he needs to win this frame to level the scorecard
Yes.
just for today's league match.
Yes, one of the important things in Nithai's game that he can add, to his prowess would be to reduce the amount of pullbacks or screwback shots, because that can sometimes get you off position easily, like in this very, very moment, that he finds himself in, He says center white gives you better control.
Yeah, I think when you play a shot like this, you mustn't have too much fear. You must go for your shot.
Yes.
And he did just that.
Yeah. We've seen Zayn in the area here this evening as well, guys. One of the pioneers of pool right here at Billiard Café. Now with a chance to can be able to clear this frame here. We've also seen the likes of Sponello in the area, one of Gomora's finest. There we see Ty with a chance to wrap up this frame to bring the scores to a potential even
3-all.
Stevens. Yeah, 3-all.
So he's got the safety of the yellow ball by the cush,
Yes.
just to protect the white ball from going in.
It looks like we're in for one hell of a matchup here, Clivey. What do you think?
I like the fact that Nithai is the youngest player, but he's keeping his nerve. He's not letting Takalani take anything away from him. And he's playing fairly consistent.
Fairly consistent, the Maverick Jr., and they're going at each other, It's like a throttle match.
I'd say.
Yeah, so who's going to come out of the blocks?
And who's going
quicker?
to say, hold me back?
Hold me back. Yeah, let's get to see what happened. And Clivey, we've also seen one of your mates in the form of Nathan sneaking into the SPL playoffs.
Yeah, he played extremely well on the Saturday. Didn't do great on Sunday. But he's at least made it through. He's going to be playing 4th division.
Yes.
Nathan Naidu.
Yes. It'd be awesome to watch the likes of Nathan Naidu, strutting it out, in the SPL. So, yeah. Takalani attacking, and he wants to make sure that he can actually play it to a finish. So the balls were not nicely on at that juncture. That's why he opted for safety.
I need to tell Takalani that he's got a good smile. He needs to smile more.
Yeah.
He's often got a serious face, but now he's enjoying his game. You can clearly see it in his facial expressions.
Yes. There's pressure in these SPL matches, and guys don't want to be down the pecking order. That is the key thing, that you need to stay there. You need to stay there, for the opening 3 weeks, and then you can take it from there. I mean, it's a relegation and promotion league.
Yeah, so you can work your way up, right to the top. He wouldn't
He
be too
got-
happy with that shot.
Yeah. He got the killer landing, but look, he could not drop a ball, otherwise he was on a potential to can finish. There we see. I thought for a second that Nithai was going to set himself in a position where he could have dropped that ball to come out onto the front red and use it for a snooker.
Great shot there by Nithai.
Yeah.
ball on ball.
Can he kiss off the one by the pocket? It seems like that is the direction he wants to go.
If you want to be a sponsor for the Supa Pro League, then you're welcome to contact the operations team and support a sport that is going to take South Africa by storm. Clearly by the support in terms of the people watching on Facebook, on Instagram, you can see that the SPL is going places, so you can be involved with it as well.
And these two players are smoking each other.
Play for play.
Yeah. Played well. Could have landed a lot more better.
A little bit better.
But yeah, he can make do with it. He only needs to come straight onto the center.
Open up
This
the black
might
as well,
force him
Prince.
to go and kiss the black.
Yeah, I was thinking that would have been the intention, eh?
He's been left on that black, but it's a black that is not easy, especially coming from the side of the kush. He's going to be thinking about it. There's a snooker here that is appealing, but also an opportunity to can use the one by the top of the cannon there onto the ball that is by the pocket, and then potential to finish. They say Takalani is a sniper. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be joined here by the Rickster himself as we conclude this frame here, where it's level pegging at this point in time. Good evening, Rickster, and good to have you back here again. Please take me through your impressions of what you've seen for the evening.
Good evening, Prince. Thank you very much for having us once again. Clive's just gone off the air for a little bit. Yeah, tonight I think it's been a lot more exciting than last week. The table is settled in, but moreover the players have settled in, and I think we've seen some exciting matches. I was just discussing with the players or the spectators, should I say. Amazing how Nsovo won nothing last week. Came back this week and he's got the highest score of any player in any of the matches so far, winning 9 points. So all of a sudden he's back in the game. Lucas, ever consistent. Last week he was super consistent, and again, nice shot there from Tai.
What a shot that was.
Tai taking advantage of Takalani's mistakes, I see.
Yes.
And and then he had another great match, Lucas, tonight. Shane also looking pretty consistent himself. So yeah, it's been a lot more exciting this week, but you know, I can only imagine the nerves that everyone was going through last week with the lights, the new setup. But it's nice to see that they're settling in.
Now, Rickster, those watching will be wanting to know how can they get involved with the SPL, you know, as venues, as potential sponsors?
Yeah, you know, there's so many avenues that we've created in terms of this product. We had the first division to fourth division playoffs for Gauteng. So there's different levels to this thing, and obviously we'd like to go to other provinces. But you know, more importantly, we need to extend our footprint in terms of clubs. So we want other clubs to get involved. It's not to say that we will host Premier first, second, third, and fourth. We are happy for other clubs to get involved, and we can have a first, second, third, and fourth division at other clubs. It's just obviously the Premier League we want to host here. We've done the setup and whatever else. That's not to say if someone else doesn't set up that we can't stream from somewhere else as well. But the setup is, I think it's convenient. I think that the most important message that I'd like to get across is that we're creating a platform where there are so many stakeholders: the clubs, the players, the promoters. I've even spoken to Hilton from Ultimate. You know, I said we can certainly piggyback off each other when we're having events. If we're having a big event here, once we go national with this thing, if we're having a big event in Gauteng, we can have Western Cape and KZN coming through at the same time. and we can make a week of it, so that the players benefit at the end of the day. If there's nice big prize money, they don't have to pay for accommodation 2-3 times. There's lots of events, and if they do have to take leave from work, they can do it. They've got their essays, and they've got an ultimate event and an SPL event. So there's lots of exciting things happening. We've just scratched the surface. I think people understand the kind of professionalism we're trying to bring, and just thank you to you. Of course, you've been here from the start with Baker, obviously Supa and his guys from Cam's side. Yeah, just thanks to everyone who's been involved behind the scenes. I think we've got a fantastic team that's doing the job. I know we're only in our second week, but you can just imagine the kind of work we did behind the scenes.
Rickster, quite notably, one of the viewers tonight asked the question, which country is this being played from? When we had the Aaron versus Lucas match, it kind of like gave a European, an American kind of feel, particular encounter.
Well, I mean, I think the
maybe even Russian,
quality, quality of the stream and the setup, I think, has put a spin on things, because the streaming was always quality before, but obviously the setup in terms of what we had, the table and the lighting wasn't of world-class standard. And I think what we've done is we've kind of
elevated.
We use some of the overseas promoters as a benchmark, and I think we've reached the level that we want, but there's just a little bit of tweaking here and there. I'm sure the guys would have enjoyed some of the stats that's be coming onto the screen. That's one of the most important things, from our side. And when I say our side, it's SPL. I want viewers, players, spectators. I want everyone to realize that this is an SPL thing. Although it's being hosted at Billiard Café, it is SPL. It's Supa Pro League. It's its own entity. Obviously, from a Billiard Café standpoint, we are trying to support it, but we want this thing to go national, and we even see it going international, Africa, and hopefully Europe
beyond,
one day. It's a product I think that's pretty unique. Doesn't interfere with anyone else, and we're trying to stick to the Thursday program. Tie on a nice little finish here with the red ball in the corner pocket. It's just going to come straight out for the black. And he's been queuing pretty well. A couple of mistakes. He was only on 2 points coming into this match. Takalani was, I think, line number 3. But again, I spoke to Ty before, and he said he's feeling a lot more comfortable today than last week.
This is a key frame, Rickster. This is a key frame when you take into consideration that we will be 8 minutes and under, moving ahead here now.
Yeah, the format is a race to 9 frames, winner breaks, and we're hoping to see a 9-0 or a 9-1 one day. Where we can hit maybe 7-8 breaks and finish in a row and just carry on like that. But the score lines haven't been too bad. 4 each. They've got 8 minutes left. We saw earlier in one of the matches.
There we see the head-to-head, Takalani, and then it's he's ranked number 3, and Nithai ranked number 7. Takalani is on 10 frames won, and Nithai 6 frames. Look at the frames win, 56%, in comparison to the 34% from the other side. So this is a massive match that we're watching here, Rickster.
Yeah, we've only got 7 minutes left, but I was going to say earlier in one of the matches, I think it was Aaron. I think he scored 2 or 3 points in a matter of 5-6 minutes, and we saw that a similar showdown with Shane the week before, when Takalani was leading 5-1, I think it was, and Shane came back, and actually he could have won. It was just that Llewellyn, when he was refereeing, he caught that last frame, and it actually went the other way.
That red ball,
I mean, that would have put Shane in front in terms of points.
Yes.
Instead, Takalani went in front there.
Yeah, I see players this week are also doing their best in terms of trying to go for the golden break.
Yeah, I mean, golden break, although there's not a bonus point, there was a little bit of thought behind that. Although it's a point, there's not a bonus point.
Yes.
But it's saving you that time. That golden break all doesn't gives you 1 point just for 2 seconds.
Yes.
But a break and finish, you're getting the bonus points. It could end up taking you 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Looks like Ty is queuing very nicely now. He is looking uber comfortable.
He's got to be
on this table.
getting that confidence, adrenaline pumping now.
Yeah, look, we pushing the guys. We want to see them break and finish. 4, 5, 6 times in a session. We want to try and get the guys so that they are on par with the ultimate players in Europe, and that we've all got the skill set. I just don't think we've got the time in front of the cameras and the lights and the nervousness. I think once we get rid of that and the guys start feeling more comfortable when they're playing for the big prize money, I think we are A for away.
Yes, we are 5.5 minutes to the end. So if Ty wins this frame here, it will be advantage to him.
Yeah, no doubt. I think he wants the win, yeah, but more important than that, he's looking for the frames. He needs the frames, he needs the points, and Solvo is proof that even if you are right at the bottom, have one good match, hit a few good breaks, maybe a few breaks and finishes, and all of a sudden you can get way back in. That's what makes this game so exciting. This
He
concept.
was pumped up tonight, that is Solvo.
Yeah, look, I think he learned his lesson last week. He didn't practice as much as what he thought he needed. And he got punished for it. So Takalani looking a little bit tired.
Yes.
I spoke to him earlier. He was driving back from Limpopo. So I don't think it's so much the match that's got him down. I think he's a little bit tired. Nice shot there from
What
Ty.
a shot there from Ty, yeah.
He's going to have to hold this white ball.
It does look like the black is on for the opposite center pocket, so he might just need to play a little bit of drag left.
Yeah, he's going to have to drag it. It's not an easy shot.
Yeah.
But Ty is an experienced player. He was a loser in the under-23s. He's gone a little bit too far. I wonder, can he cut that still?
Yeah, he actually went for the shot but did not drag.
Yeah. Yeah, so he was a runner-up in the under-23 nationals at Gold Reef City, I think 3 years back. So, experienced player. Nice to see that he's at least got 4 points from tonight's match. Let's see if he can make it 5, yeah, and get in a quick break and finish if possible. Just going to have to hurry this up, though. You looking for the double? Oh, that's unlucky.
Yes, so
What an
we've got a
unlucky shot.
tie going into the final frames, and in steps, thank you Rick Stuff for coming
Prince,
in.
just want to say thank you very much. You want to hand back to
All right.
Mr. Clive here?
He's
Mr. Rogues on
shaking his
radio.
head in disbelief. That is Nithai. A frame that could have been getting him to win the session. Now it's brought Takalani, into level pegging, and with the amount of time left, it doesn't seem like this
Takalani
match.
sitting on 5 with Nithai sitting on 4. It was his frame to win last frame.
Oh, now we're getting into that situation where he needs to run around the table now.
I think that's what makes this part exciting.
Yeah,
Nice
you see
smile on
Takalani.
Takalani.
Yeah. He needs just an opener.
What a great matchup, though.
Wow.
Ty's definitely come into himself.
2 minutes and 10 seconds now. Whoa. So it's going to be key how he sets himself up for the yellow that is in the middle of the table, because that is the link-up shot to produce the finish. See, because he also needs the ability to be able to play follow-through upon landing for that last yellow, so that he can see the one by the pocket.
And if he doesn't finish it, he's not going to get enough time to finish this frame. With Takalani coming on next.
I think he did not land where he wanted to, but remember that he still enjoys the luxury of being able to can play cushion first to try and drop that last ball there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, is the killer shot.
What a great shot.
What a shot that was. So he's got to play drag left.
That was a brilliant shot.
Yes. I think a rather more of bottoms, you know, to be able to come on the other side. Yeah. There was a brilliant shot. Now
Great
he's got
execution.
seconds. He really cannot afford to miss the shot. Yeah. And down goes. So with 18 seconds left, at the start of this matchup, I predicted the likelihood of a draw.
Wow. I think they've given us a spectacle for sure.
Yeah, you see them shaking hands, and yeah, we're going to be getting to hear from the players how they feel about tonight. And there we see Clivey.
Nithai, you have given us a spectacle to watch. How do you feel about that game?
Yeah, it was tight at the end, I won't lie. I just needed to play a good stroke shot on that ball because my white wasn't the best. And yeah, falling short for the black and giving that frame away, yeah, I don't know, I just lost control at the last second. But obviously some things to tweak, but yeah, definitely going to come back stronger next week.
Remember, we watched you play last week. We watched you play this week. This week you played with so much more confidence and so much more determination.
Yeah, definitely. Once I started getting used to the table and the stroke was in, I think I was giving it a bit of my go. But yeah, something I need to work on is my breaks, obviously. But yeah, well played to Takalani as well.
Plans for the rest of the league? Obviously, you've seen some great competitions, great matchups, and you're going to want to get on top of the leaderboard as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I wanna start getting more apples in, and focusing on my break and actually playing the bigger comps as well, just to get that that pressure off. So yeah, it's definitely something.
Being the youngest player on the league and obviously starting to shine, surely you must be proud of yourself. Your uncle must be proud of you as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. I really appreciate the guys supporting me at home. Yeah, we just need to grow the sport, and yeah, I'm just going to give it my all. It's a lot of pressure on me, but yeah, just give it my best every time I'm at the table.
Brilliant stuff, really well played. You should be so happy with yourself as well. Thank you very much. Takalani, I was saying in the commentary box that when Takalani smiles, it's like the heavens open up. It is absolutely amazing. So cool that you actually get to smile. How do you feel you played today?
Underperformed, and one of those days where I'm under the weather, where I'm struggling with the coldness. But I guess it has to be. I have to play and have to adapt at some point.
Remember, every week is going to be different. Last week you played against Shane, you beat him, you had a golden break, your blackball moves a lot. Obviously you were trying for another golden break.
Actually, on my breaks I was trying at least so that I can maybe get a golden break, because I saw that I'm kind of like struggling, shivering with the weather. So at least if ever I can get a kind of like golden break, it's going to be a bonus for me.
You played excellently. You've seen some great matches. Plans for the rest of the league?
My plan is just to improve from what I did these past 2 weeks, which definitely it's about putting more time and improving more on my game and my pressure of playing under time.
Yeah, you've got some more great matches to come. The idea is to not underestimate as well.
Definitely.
Handing you back to Prince.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, after after a spectacular evening of great pool, you know. Here we see the leaderboard where Lucas Fenter, he's got 13 points. Takalani Mareda, second on 11. Shane Pillay, third. Nico Erasmus, fourth. Nsobo Matonzi, lying in fifth place. Aaron Donahue, sixth. Nithai Chetty with 7 points on position 7. And lastly, Alvin Naidu, that is on 5 points and needing to make up the numbers in order to rally back into this leaderboard. And that has been the SPL this evening, guys. And after night 2, we're looking forward to a stellar night 3 coming up next week, where it promises to be action aplenty.